So for dual rate springs, if you're talking like just the progressive stuff, to me they're better on like your cars that can't run bump stops. Your guys like the big 8 cars, the guys up in the Northeast, Canada, whatnot, that aren't allowed to run stops, got crappier shocks or low budget shocks. Those springs seem to help them. Or if you have a spring rubber rule where you can only run 1 rubber per corner, you can use that to help simulate the effect of what a bump stop would do, to help be soft in the beginning, let the car travel, and then bump the rate up. So like a right rear and a left front progressive. I don't see where I would probably ever use a progressive in the left rear unless I was super free getting in. As far as bump stops, I use them as much as I can. I run them in the front mainly, right rear to help it turn in. Again, that's a tough question just because it's so dependent on track and what your whole platform is that you're trying to work around. As far as dual rate, like if you're stacking springs, if you're trying to make something really soft, or again something that bumps up, you can run, stack a pair of 200s and have it lock out so that it's 100 at first, and then once it picks up the lock ring, it turns into a 200, so it simulates a stop again. But for the most part, they've outlawed a lot of that stuff all over the country now in their big move to cut the cost in racing. So there's not a lot of places you can stack springs anymore. You're down to allowed one bump spring per corner, if you're allowed them at all. Again, all the big move just to cut cost in racing. So a lot of that stuff is slowly becoming obsolete now just because of the rules package.